No, Shalom. And start off as always by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and honors to you brothers doing the work in truth while sincerity. With the brother Yakanan. Right, it's our third attempt now. Right, you know, look, man, hey, Satan's out here, man. Satan just comes out and fucks with this shit. You know, we did a video on the topic, right, about how you had some Edomite man basically pissing on this Jake kid, right? And we did the video once, no audio. Spirit had it whereby after we had recorded the video, was like, hey man, we've done tons of dumb videos, man. You know, you check again and the audio weren't recording. Then just before the brother uploaded it, Spirit jumped on him, right, to basically check whether the audio, and there was no audio. So it was like, alright, cool, yeah, we'll just do the video again. Right, we did the video again, and the video didn't even, it looked, we checked during we were recording, that was recording, right, and it was recording, and then all of a sudden the phone just did something weird, and then, but
just blacked out.
It's blacked out, man. Well, that's Satan, man. It just shows you, look, man, that this battle that we battle with, that's just Satan, man.
God.
So, hey, Lord's will, Spirit be with us. We can, finish this video good, okay? So this is Ephesians 6:10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, right, which is these scriptures, man.
God.
Right, and that means that means the nastiness of the scriptures as well, man. Right, because hey, a lot of our a lot of our people, they don't like the nastiness of the scriptures, which is why they'll be happy with Christianity, which is why they'll be happy with IUIC.
Yeah.
Right, when it comes to GMS, through the power of the Lord, they ain't trying to eat that, man. Why? Because they're offended in the Lord.
Yep.
Right, says so put on the whole armor, and reason that you got to put on the whole armor is in the whole word, eat the whole roll, as it says. Right, is because if you ain't eating the whole roll, then someone will try and tackle certain bits of the scriptures with you. Like for instance, Christians maybe ask, hey, you say X, Y, and Z, you say God loves everybody. Right, but then such and such happens. What about the story in Judges 19 where the woman got raped? That was the Old Testament. But then they'll bring out another. But that's scripture. Scripture says that the Lord doesn't change. Right. So then what happens? Then you're stuck in a rut. Then you're basically having rings run around you by a so-called atheist. Why? Because you haven't put on the whole armor, man. You cherry pick.
Yeah, then you got confounded, and then that might dampen your faith, man.
Exactly.
That's why you got to be well, rehearsed in these scriptures, man. That's why the scripture says, seek to know all things, and blessed is he that readeth, man. You got to know your stuff when you go out on the highways and the byways.
Right.
Now, we ain't sitting here saying we know every inch of the scriptures, but we're aspiring to know every inch of the scriptures. And, it's all about getting a sure foundation to the point where anyone that comes along, you pretty much know how to combat them with the basics, man. Because really the basics is the foundation of your doctrine, man. Then you can, delve off, if the Lord be willing, for you to go into like deeper subjects, man.
And as a body, we know all inches of the scripture as a body, man.
That's right.
Right, because the scriptures talk about how, what one in your house shy. Right, and unction to know all things, right? You go to apostles have 100% truth, man, of what has been revealed unto us.
That's right.
Right? It says that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Right? And like I was saying, the devil might come to you, try dampen your faith, try hit you with such and such happened, but your God, he's killed, so many more people than Satan. He's killed, and then you be like, that's, Exodus, 3:15.
It's in a moment you might shy away from that. Like,
exactly.
No, that's true.
Hey, so was it 15:3? It says, the Lord is a man of war. Yahweh is his name.
That's right, man.
Right. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, right, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Right. Hey man, you get a lot of people who don't believe in the Illuminati, who don't believe in witches and warlocks. They think these things are just a joke. They'll watch They'll watch an MTV award ceremony, not realizing that there's just a whole load of spells and witchcraft going on.
Yep. Every ceremony is
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, for instance, I remember one, you know, I wasn't watching it. I just, flicking through the channels, and I saw it. You had, what was that bitch, Katy Perry? She had a cube on her head, right, stylized.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, and that's, if I'm remembering correctly, like a black cube. That's Saturn, man.
Yeah, Saturnalia, yeah.
You know, but people will see that. I'm like, oh God, she looks so good, doesn't she?
And that goes back to the university caps as well that they have. You know, the black square on their heads.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Come.
Yeah. But this is we're privy of this information. We know that this is who we're having to battle against, right? So that's why when these things happen, where you know, and sometimes that happens, man. You know, you be doing videos. You know, the spirit will be like, yo, man, that was a hella edifying video. Right, and then you check back, and for whatever reason it ain't recorded, whatever, what have you. But we don't know why these things happen. The scriptures say you can do nothing for the truth, but against the truth, but for the truth, man.
Yep.
So yeah, you may have had, you know, Satan try fuck the most up, but hey, we don't know why the Lord had it, because we would have already what'd you call it, been, you know, heading certain ways. But now we're still here doing the video.
Yep.
You know, and that means ultimately the Lord has kept us here for whatever reason. We don't know. We may never know until the kingdom comes, man.
And now we're doing a whole different subject, man.
Yep.
We just threw away that subject that we were doing previously. You know what? Forget it. We're going to go into this now, because it's the truth. That's the times we're in. You know, you got Esau, you know, flagging YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like they have an AI flagging system now. Where as soon as you put something up, if it has certain keywords, you know, hot topics that we be talking about, you know, i.e. abortion, you know, the so-called Jews, you know, things of that nature, that it automatically just flags your video.
Damn.
Because when you think of it, no one reviewed that video. No human reviewed that video in that amount of time and flagged it.
Exactly. It'll be like an hour-long video, and 2 minutes later it's flagged. It's like, wait, what?
And they knew what to look for. So they must have an AI flagging system especially created for brothers' videos, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, because we're causing a problem to Esau's system. We're bringing down the strongholds of Esau's system, man. And the stronghold of his system is the lies. Yeah. Because it's all based upon a lie, man. It's based upon, you know, the lie of the so-called Jews that they have today being the true Jews, when that's not the real truth, man. You know, it's based on, you know, Esau being in power. That's right. You know, he's not supposed to be in power, man. We're supposed to be in power, man. And his rulership is coming to an end. You know?
That's right.
I got a quick one, Baba Kasha. This is Psalm 64 and verse 1. A psalm of David, hear my voice, O Yahweh. In my prayer, preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Right, so who's our enemies, man? If you go to Psalms 83, it will guideline and tell you who the enemies are of Israel, man. Which are the other nations, the other heathen nations. But our primary enemy is Esau, the Edomites, man. All right, verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, man. That's talking about the Illuminati, man. The people at the top, right? The high-up bankers and the Rothschilds primarily, really. It's talking about the Rothschilds, man. Because that's the chief, you know, family upon the face of the earth that really have things in their control, man. That really, you know, pull the strings concerning the world affairs and things of that nature, man. Right, but ultimately, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is the one pulling the ultimate strings, man. Because all things go by the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And they don't even know that, man. Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. So they're shooting at secret at the perfect, man. The perfect are you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. You know, we're the Lord's people. We're the apple of his eye, man. But mainly the elect. Right, because it's us that they're really shooting at, man. All right, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune, laying snares privily, man. That's what the so-called white man is doing. He's laying snares for you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. He's trying to lay snares for the men of the Lord, man, so we can't push this work. He's trying to discourage brothers from uploading videos by putting, you know, strikes on their accounts and stuff of that nature, man.
Strikes on their account, manipulating the views.
Manipulating the views. So you might do a video, it might have 100 views, then you look at it, it's only got 2 views. You know, so the Esau thinks that's going to discourage the men of the Lord from putting out this work.
Hey, what they don't realize is what scriptures say, prophesying the chief players of concourse,
Yep,
right?
yep, yep,
so
yep.
here it is, we're in the chief players of concourse, and they might be like 3 brothers, 4 brothers in the crowd, right? But then some niggas down the road will start dancing and beatboxing, and you got a whole massive crowd. Look, we're used to not having people out there listening, man. Scripture says prophesying to the wind.
Yep.
Well, we're used to it, but what do we know? We know that ultimately, man, Scripture says, "My sheep hear my voice," man.
Yep.
So whoever's meant to hear it. And that sometimes lifts your spirit up, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, you think, no, man, no one watching the video, whatever, what have you. But then you get that one video, oh, bro, you know, that was a beautiful video, man. I needed to hear that, or whatever. And then, bro, your spirit gets lifted. See, Esau thinks this is a carnal numbers game, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, there's even been certain brothers, you know, that come to the camp and they watch and they listen to us. They've actually told me, yo, that video was edifying. I went to the video, it had no views. So I'm thinking, how did you watched it and it had no views, man? You know, so Esau's a devil. They be you know, controlling them views, man, making it seem like it's 0. They be deleting comments, making sure certain comments don't show in your videos and stuff, man. So we know what you're doing, Esau, man, but that's not going to deter us from putting out this work, you know?
Work. Yeah.
Hey, you got something?
I mean, I thought it was going to continue on in
Oh no, I finished with Psalm
54.
64.
Okay,
That's cool.
can. Let me finish Ephesians 6 then. So for we wrestle, I read that verse 13. Ephesians 6:13 says, "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High." Right? You know, we said that's these scriptures, man. Take all of it on, man. Right? The good, the bad, and the ugly, man. Right? Because the ugly comes of the good. Right? The good is Israel's gonna have dominion over, you know, the whole earth.
Yeah.
Then what's the ugly associated with that? You know, according to the world, you know, to us it ain't ugly, but according to the world, then you need someone to have dominion over. You need slaves.
Yeah.
But you can't have slaves. You can't. Two wrongs don't make it right.
Hey, but all Esau's major corporate companies have slaves.
Yeah.
They legally have slaves.
Yeah.
Primark has slaves. H&M has slaves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All of these companies that make clothing and, you know, whatever industry they might be in, they have slaves, man, because them people that are working for them getting paid peanuts, man.
Exactly. Hey, and that's the thing, man. Right now, hey, people think, oh, you know, I get paid lots of money, yeah. You know, so I'm not a slave, but you know. But then you, bro, the more money you earn in this kingdom, the more Esau wants to control you, man. Right? If you could give a quick example, man. I met one lady worked at PricewaterhouseCoopers, which is one of the PwC, which is one of the major accountancy firms, right? And you know when someone has an origin, I know she was getting paid money, especially roughly where I met her as well, where she lives. She was on like 6 figures. She was telling me stories about how one day she, you know, worked from 7 a.m. down to 12 midnight, man.
Yeah.
Right, she can't leave she contracted hours are 9 to 5, can't leave at 5 o'clock because everyone looks at you sideways. Right? Hey, you telling me that's living? That ain't living. You a slave, Neo.
Yep.
Right? So wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. So right, when you start seeing, like, some people will see, like, it can't be a God. Right? Look at, you know, all of those little babies getting killed. Ain't no God. But if you understand the scriptures and you took all of the scriptures in, right, when you see these things happening, you just think Job 4:7, man.
That's it.
Right? You think about Sirach 39:28, spirits created for vengeance.
Yep.
Right? You be thinking about all of them scriptures and you be just saying, hey man, shit, hey, that must have been one wicked ass motherfucker, man.
That's it, man.
Right?
Because a newborn baby is not a newborn baby.
Exactly.
Man. You know, a newborn baby has been here before. There's nothing new under the sun. You know, so when these things happen, the Lord, you know, knows the history of every spirit upon the face of the earth. You know, so you might think someone's innocent. Someone might look innocent. That doesn't mean they're innocent, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. You got anything?
Yep. This is 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. All right, and that's, you know, primarily talk about Esau being the roaring lion, the devil, man. Right, seeking who he can devour. Right, and that really is talking about us, man, the men of the Lord, because Esau doesn't want us pushing his truth, man. Right, Esau, you know, like it says in what you brought in Ephesians, you know, he's that guy in what do we say, spiritual wickedness in high places. Yeah, Salakia. spiritual wickedness in higher places, man. So that's the kind of stuff we got to deal with. These people are sending curses upon the men of the Lord, man. You know, they got their witches out there, you know, putting curses on us, trying to put curses on us, you know, but, you know, no enchantment against Jacob shall prosper, man. You know, so we rely on the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, to guide us from all of these things, man. But we got to be wary of these. We got to be circumspect, man. You know, because these guys are actually trying to take us out of the game, man. We can't be ignorant of that fact. You know, we got to be mindful of these things, man.
Yep. Hey, and not being ignorant of that fact helps you being, you know, navigate this world, right? You know, for instance, was talking on the case with, say, women, right, about how a lot of these women out here are broken. Right, but when you know a woman's broken, when you know how it is, you know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know not to, what do you call it, do certain things. You like, the point is, you know how to deal with it. So now liken that to this truth and liken that to this devil. Right, when you know who this devil is, right, then you know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Right? You would just be like, you know you ain't, it's what you say, never trust thine enemy. You know you ain't supposed to be trusting. You know you ain't gonna do X, Y, Z.
Yep.
Right?
Hey, when a man's way please the Lord, even his enemies be at peace with him, man. So as long as you're doing the right thing by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, doing the work that you got to do, man, you know, the Lord is going to make sure that happens, man. And we got many, you know, testimonies and experiences when them things have actually been proven, man. You know, when the words of the Lord have actually been proven, which boost our faith, you know.
Let me get this. It wasn't one I was looking for, I don't think, but I'll get it anyway. It's 2 Corinthians 10:4. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Right? So, hey, we ain't supposed to be, you know, moving carnal. Why? Because the battle isn't against carnal, man. The battle ain't against flesh. It's a spiritual battle. If it was a carnal battle, man, we've lost already.
Oh, yeah, come.
We've lost already, man. This man doesn't even have to fight you physically. You can just send his drone.
Yeah, simple. Right to your address, man.
Yeah. And the thing is, you might think, you know, because Esau likes to talk, you human shields this, human shields that. Look, man, don't think Esau won't blow up a whole plane just to kill you.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know, but look at this man's track record. That's one thing we was talking about in the last video. About this man's track record, man. This man's track record is such that, you know, we know who he is, man. You know, who'll happily take out, I mean, fucking no, he let 2,000 to 3,000 of his own people die to justify the war and terror, man.
That's it.
You know, in the 9/11, he killed all those people just so he can start a war in the Middle East.
Yeah, so Esau don't even care about his own people, man.
Yeah, he used the word Osama bin Laden, Osama bin Laden this, Osama bin Laden that. You look at the FBI record for Osama bin Laden, he was never wanted for 9/11.
Yeah.
He was never wanted for 9/11, man. But that's this man, that's Esau, that's the devil. So I'll read that again. It's 2 Corinthians 10:4. It says, for the weapons of our warfare. In fact, let me read from verse 3. It says, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. So we in these bodies, this, that, and the other, we'll have things that look like carnal battles, right? But, you know, these battles aren't battles that we're supposed to be fighting because, you know, they're not the ones for us, right? So for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, right, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, right? So these spiritual weapons that we do have, right, spiritual, right, so it's the understanding of these scriptures, right, Hebrews 4:12, right, the words are sharper than any two-edged sword, right, because like I said, Jake is broke now. We haven't got the spiritual power as is promised unto us a lot, right, but we've still got these Rothschilds scared, man.
Yeah.
These Rothschilds are scared. They're like, oh man, right? You know, but, you know, that's because these scriptures are mighty through the pulling down of strongholds, man. The spirituals, right? Because then the Lord is with us, man. Right? And ultimately, the Lord's going to fight our battles, right? And I'm going to get this real quick. This is Zephaniah 3:8, right? It says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
That's right.
Right, so that's all we got to do. We just have got to keep fighting these spiritual battles up until the Lord starts fighting the battles for us, man.
That's right, man.
Right.
On a physical and a spiritual level, man.
That's right.
You know, that great day of judgment, man, when it comes down upon this place, it's gonna be quite a theatrical theater, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because what did the Lord say? For my determination is to gather the nations into the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? You know, that Middle East region.
Yeah.
Right, Jehoshaphat being Yehoshaphat, Most High's judgment, right? It says that I might assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation. Right, the indignation, that righteous anger. Why? Because the Lord has, you know, these nations, these heathens have put their hands on the men of the Lord, man.
Yeah.
You know, the children of Israel. Right, the Lord had basically said, Jeremiah 49:12, art thou he that shall go unpunished? Right, the Lord has basically said, like, you know, these nations, Lord's deed. The Lord let these nations touch us, man. And then now he's gonna fuck them up.
And the Lord even said, "Thou shouldst not have."
Yeah.
He made them do it.
Exactly, man.
Hey, that's beautiful, man.
It's the power of the Lord.
Yeah.
Right. It says, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
Come on. That's beautiful, man. Yeah, man. Hey, if you got anything else?
Nah.
Come on. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying
And was recorded.
You know, hey, man, Lord willing, man.
Lord,
you know, Shalom, man.
Shalom.